honestly, if the cop doesn't have a or a body cam of the incident happening. Oh, he did? Never mind then.
No, he didn't.
Huh?
All right.
You are just
Oh shit!
careful what you say, man. It's not gonna look good.
Court is now in session, and the court is going to be calling the case of Southern Sugar versus Neon Police Department. Do we have the counsel of record present? Can't hear you. You're gonna have to go on your shouting voice. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me?
Sorry,
Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Who's the gentleman in the pink hair?
You're gonna have to go on your big man voice and shout.
Who's the pink man hair? Is he a juror?
No idea.
Excuse me, sir. Who are you? Oh, okay. All right. I think Mr. Gosling is here, Judge.
Okay. Well, the court will now call the case of Southern Sugar versus Neon Police Department. Are all parties present?
No.
Is Mr. Gosling not here?
Sugar's not here.
No.
Sugar's
She doesn't.
not
She
here.
doesn't need to
The
be here.
appellant is not here, Your Honor.
That's
She needs to
perfectly
get
fine.
questioned.
That's why I'm here.
Nope.
Is anyone going to,
I'm calling.
based on association, take his place? This is civil, or is this against the department? Looks like it's for the department.
Is Mr. Gosling not here? I just saw him earlier.
Sir, I am right here. This is Mr. Gosling.
Oh, sorry.
Got this, man.
You're supposed to go over there, by in the desk. Do you have counsel with you?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have a lawyer?
No, sir.
Counselor?
You're choosing to self-represent.
Yes, sir. But I would also like to see the woman who I have
I can't hear you.
apparently stripped of her rights.
Use your shouting voice.
Oh, okay. Can you not hear me, Your Honor? I apologize. Can you hear me now?
You're gonna have to use your shouting
A little
voice.
bit louder, man.
Flex your key next to your one muscle, brother.
Wait.
Until it's all the way up. All the way up. You'll see on the top right, man.
What the fuck? Okay, give me 1 second, Your Honor.
You've got three different places you can use.
Can we take pictures?
Silent photography may be allowed.
Okay. Motherfucker pulls out a flash.
Judge, I am ready to
Your
proceed
Honor.
whenever you are.
Okay. Have you fixed your voice issue?
Yes, sir.
You're still on your regular voice.
It's turned up all the way. I was gonna say, it's turned up all the way, bro.
All right. Let's join radio channel 15.
I told you that twice, bud.
Did you say 15?
Okay. Can you hear me? Counsel for the plaintiff. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant, you're able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Great.
You guys are on radio channel 15, right?
Yes.
Join join radio channel 15 so you guys can hear too.
All right. So as it pertains, let's begin with the records. Beginning with attorney or counsel for the plaintiff, state your full legal name.
Your Honor, if I could add, I would like to know where Miss Southern Sugar is, and I would also like to add how I was stripped of my chance to represent myself earlier.
Who stripped you from self-representation?
Mr. Mazur, sir, the man to my left.
Did you tell him that you're contempt of court and attempting to practice a unlawful practice of law, which is a felony, 100 months, 100K fine? Did you tell him that as well?
I am representing myself, therefore I very much have the right to do so.
Yes, but you were stating things as if they were factual, which they weren't, and they were part of a slander against me as well, which is attempt.
And were you not doing the same thing, Mr. Mazur? More than one
Well,
person?
we'll stop. We'll stop and we'll engage in formal proceedings. No one can strip you to the right to self-representation unless you are incompetent to do so. The court has not adjudicated you as unable to or self-represent, so that remains.
Mr. Escobar, he meant removing him from the virtual meeting, not refusing his self-representation.
Then I'm confused. What's going on?
No, he was saying that basically since I removed him from the virtual meeting in DOJ, that he was just feeling some type of way. Is like the best way.
Okay. But we're here now. Whatever happened there, it's there. We're moving forward with this.
Your Honor, if I must, Mr. Mazur, to my recalling, as a man who is representing himself in the court of law, I have the right to speak up about the situation, and in doing so, you decided it was best to remove me, which was therefore not giving me the possibility to defend myself. You also removed my two fellow officers who were witnesses to such event that happened at the time.
I witnessed all this, by the way. I was not left, so I was still in there. Yeah, I left you, Jones, because you didn't fucking refuse a lawful order.
All right. No. Language. Whatever, I'll repeat it again. Whatever happened outside of the presence of the judiciary is something that cannot be taken into account unless there's proof of it. But as it pertains to the case, that would be a conduct issue rather than a matter of fact pertaining to the case. So let's restart. I had counsel state their names for the record. Next, if I can have the pro se litigant and defendant state their names for the record.
Southern Sugar and Jello Mazur.
And you are the plaintiff?
I am Ryan Gosling, sir.
Thank you.
And accompanying me would be Lucas Vega and Tommy Jones.
Okay. Can they accompany you to your bench?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Are they direct witnesses? Are they...
I'm a direct witness, Your Honor.
Also
Okay.
a direct witness.
Okay. Thank you. Now, the proceeding will start with an opening statement. Opening statements are not mandatory. You can choose to waive them. However, opening statements help to paint a clear basis and picture of your recollection of what happened, what took place. You may not object to opening statements. You cannot rebuttal opening statements. Opening statements are simple comments that either are for your defense or what you believe something is in your favor. There's no restrictions or limitations, and opening statements are to be uninterrupted. The floor will proceed to my right for opening statements. Please.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm sorry,
sorry, go ahead. Megan,
So-
first.
My right would be. Where are you going?
Well, he's still
Getting my client. 1 second, Your Honor.
No,
Okay.
that was my mistake. I'm sorry. He meant his right, not my right.
Could he just walk out in the middle of court?
That's so unprofessional.
Interrupt court proceedings.
Your Honor,
Hold on. Before you continue.
Hello, County.
Judge, could I come up and bring up evidence that I have against somebody that was not able to be brought into this case due to the fact that I was removed from this case when I had evidence against the judge and his client?
The judge?
Oh, sorry, the lawyer. Sorry, my friend. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Mazzy, yes.
Once we get to that point, we'll make that determination.
Oh, I know.
Now we are on opening statements.
He's to the right.
My right bench, you may offer the court an opening statement at this time, or you can waive. Counsel,
That'd be you to the right. You're on his right-hand side, lawyer.
Mr. Mazur.
Mazur, that's you. You're on his right-hand side. I think he's...
all right. Mazur, if you don't,
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I'm sorry. What did you say?
last time, opening statements.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been having trouble hearing. Yes, Judge. 1 second. So, my client and me here today, on behalf of her, I'm representing her. Basically, she is saying, and without any evidence against PD because they haven't provided any body cam, is she's been subject to an unlawful search and seizure, and then PD is alleging that she had ran over an officer, which is not true, and we've yet to see a video cam of that evidence as well. So we are here today to discuss that.
Is that the conclusion of your opening statement?
Yes.
No? Thank you for offering the court an opening statement. This is your first and last opportunity to provide an opening statement. So we'll now then provide the same equal opportunity for the left bench to provide an opening statement. Please.
I got you. How you doing, Your Honor? We are here to respond to we are here representing officers from the scene. We are here to provide a clear, factual account of what happened at the scene and actually the events that occurred on the scene. We arrived to the scene and we followed all NPD policies, department training, and standard protocol that we were taught in the academy. We will outline what we directly observed and steps we took, and how every action was guided professionally and with probable cause and to the officer safety.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to provide an opening statement?
I'd like to make a comment or a statement, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
My name is Tommy Jones. I'm a lieutenant with the Neon Police Department. On October 31st, I had witnessed, well, let me start off by saying the person in question was first observed to potentially steal a vehicle. We did not have probable cause in order to pin this person on that, so we were leaving. As I was leaving, I then turned around and saw this individual absolutely smash Ryan Gosling with a motorcycle. So I then turned around, I engaged her, I turned my emergency lights and sirens on. She failed to stop. She had ample opportunity to stop down the beach as we went towards the pier. She finally got to that point. We apprehended her. She was found to have had 30 plus odd bricks of heroin on her. That was then placed into our evidence locker. As far as body cam evidence, the subpoena that we were given was not within the 48-hour window, so all evidence that we had for that was deleted as per what we typically do. I can tell you with my own eyes, I've been a police officer with this department for 4 months. I have no reason to lie about it. I witnessed this person absolutely commit multiple crimes.
You witnessed that the person commit crimes. Is there any reproducible evidence of that?
Like I had stated, Your Honor, we all had body cam footage of that. I'm not sure what happened to Mr. Gosling's. Mine was deleted after 48 hours.
Okay. So the answer would be evidence existed, but no longer does.
I think Jello's recruiter saw it also.
Who?
The council Jello. He reviewed all that documentation, all the body cam footage, and he saw this. And then he pressed the issue after he saw that it was corrupted.
All right. Does that conclude your opening statement for all parties?
Your Honor, if I must, can I add something, please?
You had the opportunity for opening statements. After opening statements, you will have the opportunity to address the court on anything else that you'd like.
That will be all, Your Honor.
All right. Opening statements have been provided. Next, we'll move and provide the bench to the plaintiff to present cause to the court. Effectively, you will both be leading the court's decision on how you speak, what you provide. The court will only be moved by submission of evidence that is factual and testimony that is admissible. Anything that cannot be verified or backed up by these elements will be considered hearsay, regardless of how strongly you feel about anything. At the end of the day, evidence reigns supreme. Plaintiff, show cause.
Thank you, Your Honor. So let us begin with clearing up an error. Ryan Gosling submitted a body cam when I had originally asked with the requested subpoena. I immediately reviewed the body cam immediately within minutes and provided a statement saying, do you have footage from the very start of the scene where they claimed that my client allegedly ran over officers? Within minutes, Ryan Gosling responded, I sadly do not, but if we can add the other officers, we will. I added officers. None of those officers have yet provided this body cam. According to DOJ and NPD laws and policies, it says that all officers must record from the very beginning of a scene to the end that body cam footage. His footage was fragmented. It did not show the beginning of the scene. It showed my client already in the back of the cruiser, arrested in handcuffs and searched. Now, you can't tell me what happened prior to the scene when there's no body cam. So what my client is saying are reasonable claims, and these claims are true until proven otherwise, which they have failed to do so in a reasonable manner. So them saying that I asked for this footage after the time zone of 48 hours, which one is not true. Two, the subpoena pauses that time, so anything from that scene should have been saved immediately. That is officer negligence. And I just want to pause on that and let you say some words, Judge, or questions on me, because I know I just went off on a little bit of a tangent with all this information, so please ask any questions.
Alright, I hear you. May I add something, Your Honor?
Are there any objections?
Yes. Objection.
What's the basis?
1 moment, please. 1 moment. If you're not directly related to the case and you're speaking,
I saw him commit that
leave
crime.
or you will be removed from the courtroom.
It's someone outside.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a public trial.
I have an objection.
What is the basis of your
Gustavo,
objection?
you will remove yourself from
He's
the
not
video
part of it,
channel, or
Judge.
I will remove you.
Oliver.
Excuse me?
Last warning, Gustavo.
Your Honor, I would just like to add while we're in this little break that's going on right now that, the whole mashup going on inside of this frequency is because Jello decided to unprofessionally boast about this court hearing
About bitch.
all over, the news and all over, like, Birdie.
Ain't nobody can, I got shut up.
And not to mention in the law room. So, I would just like to clear that up. Thank you, Your Honor.
I would also like to add something, Your Honor.
Who put me in comms?
You're gonna be removed if you keep going.
Please get rid of them, dude. Please.
It's very hard to be professional, Your Honor, when we have a bunch of children in the frequency.
I think you sent the wrong person to comms.
Ain't no way. I'd like to add my objection if we could not make this a circus clown show. Okay, I'd like to add my objection of the 48-hour window. I was not asked for my body cam footage until yesterday, November the 3rd. And that is far beyond the 48-hour period.
Damn, that's too late.
We can't be blamed for inaction of the lawyer for not asking for the POV from all officers on the scene instead of just requesting for one officer. That's his inaction, not ours.
Attorney.
And I would also
Yes,
like
Your
to
Honor.
bring up.
Oh,
I
sorry.
also would like to bring up the fact that does his client have any evidence of what he is saying? If she has no proof of body cam footage or anything like that, he never showed any of that to us at all throughout this case. Where does he have proof other than hearsay?
Attorney, did you have any objections?
Objection.
Basis?
Yes, Your Honor. So, Lucas Vega was added to the virtual Zoom meeting, which we all responded. Ryan Gosling said he had footage on his behalf to support his claim. We added the officer, and he did not provide that. So basically, if you look at the arrest file, the arresting officer is Ryan Gosling. The sole burden of proof rests on his shoulders. He's the arresting officer. He should have ensured and made sure that his recording was good to go, start to finish. No questions about that. He cannot say my footage was corrupted, because apparently it gets corrupted after it was received, while it was fragmented and split up, and when there's a lawsuit pending. That doesn't look good. Whether intentional or not, that is up to the court to decide and prove. But it is not a good look, and is against SOP, because not only did he not have the full recording from start to finish, he doesn't have anything now. So all liability rests on him, because in department policy, it states you must be recording, and he did not record the whole scene, and then also he does not have the footage anymore. The burden of proof is now on him. My client is saying reasonable claims. These are reasonable requests and reasonable violations. She ain't saying that she got freaking beat up by 20 cops. She's just saying she got unlawfully arrested, which is reasonable. It's reasonable.
When did this incident occur? Date.
Let me review, Your Honor. 1 second.
He doesn't even
I
know.
speak for that. I do know the date, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
The
I
arrest occurred
asked
on
a direct question. He is to answer.
The arrest initially occurred on 10/31, Judge, of October. Let me get you when the case opened up, so that way we can get an understanding of how quickly this proceeded. Just 1 second.
The arrest took place on 31st.
Yes, sir. And within 12 hours or so, the case was open on that November 1st.
Do you have proof of that claim?
Yes, sir. It is. Yes, Your Honor. It is in the Zoom tickets that you can review.
When did you petition the court for a subpoena?
The subpoena was submitted that same day, November 1st at 8:15 p.m. And let me get you the time of the arrest when it was made.
As it relates directly to the questions I have uttered, does anyone object to anything that has been presented this far? Very well.
Your Honor, the police officers did not include the time on the arrest, so I am unable to provide that information for you.
Very well. So you're on the report, you have a date, but no time, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So for the legal basis, the date was 10/31st of this year, and the arrest fails to identify on or about any indications as to morning, afternoon, or anything of the sort. And the court has to imply that said arrest took place what time? In what time constraints would it be fair for the court to assume, given the great importance that it pertains to when it comes to determining time frames of body cam submission, validity of requests, if there is no documented proof as to the time frame?
Your Honor, may I make a statement?
In regards to what?
Into what you just said.
Go ahead.
I think to be reasonable, so the arrest was initiated on 10/31/2025. I think since there's no time, we should push it to the 1st of November, and then 2 days from then. So that way we can have something to go off as a foundation, which would, even then, my petition was already open within hours of the arrest the following day, because I'm pretty sure it was occurred at late evening on the 31st.
To assume that the arrest took place on the 1st of November would be to falsify information, because there is at least proof that it happened on the 31st, rather. So the day cannot be assumed. The time frame is what is just to be determined on. If there, yes.
Your Honor, if I may add, as I don't have the time frame stamped on the case, I can assure you that it was very, very early into the 31st of October when it happened. It was probably around 1 or 2 in the morning. So it was very early on in the 31st.
Any objections?
The lawyer's document says 10/31/25, 2 a.m. approximately. So why don't we use a time frame that he put on there on his own document?
Any objections?
I don't see the time that you're referring to on the Southern Sugar. Where's this at?
Your document, your subpoena for Ryan's evidence, you put in your description 10/31/25, 2 o'clock approximately in the morning on your own subpoena document.
Yes, that's just me making an assumption at the time I got the case.
When I use the assumption of the time used on the case, why are you going to push it to the 30? Why are you going to push it to the 1st?
So that would mean she was arrested 2 hours
The court has already ruled on that matter. The court ruled that it would not falsify information when there's plenty evidence that the arrest took place on the 31st and not the 1st of November. Moving forward, the claim that is being made right now as to time and date of arrest, it is clear that there was no clear time frame as to time, but there is as to date. So, the next question to be determined is, when was the subpoena granted, attorney?
The subpoena was 1 second, Judge. We double check. Subpoena was submitted that November 1st at around 8 p.m. approximately. So well within 24 hours.
Okay. So the initial claim that you made being that was it officer negligence on failure to abide to a judicial order? Or would you rectify the claim you made? Or is there any issues pertaining to the obedience of a judicial order here in question?
Yes, Your Honor, because the body cam footage is supposed to be stored up to 48 hours. That's if no subpoena is submitted. If a subpoena is submitted, it could be an hour before the deadline. If a subpoena is submitted, all footage from that scene needs to be saved by that officer. It is on them because it is requested within that reasonable time frame. Past 48 hours, no. But this subpoena was submitted way before 48 hours, and they already submitted the footage. It just got corrupted.
That's fine. But here the officer, I'm sorry, I don't remember catching your name. The one to the far right claimed...
That would be Mr. Vegas, sir.
Mr. Vegas, okay.
Or wait, to your far right, that would be Mr. Jones, Your Honor. I apologize.
Jones, Your Honor. Okay. You claimed that you were only notified, but it was past the time frame. Was that
well beyond the time frame, Your Honor? I I had
Okay.
already at that point started my 48-hour mark after the arrest, and I was unaware of the subpoena or anything until far after the time frame.
Okay. Any objections to that statement?
Yes, Your Honor. In the subpoena, it states the subpoena to Ryan Gosling and NPD officers. That means that everyone in NPD who was a part of that scene should have held onto their body cam.
Do you have any proof of due process? Did you deliver? Did you receive an acknowledgement?
You're asking me, Your Honor?
Yes.
Just a moment.
How did you serve the subpoena?
Served it just to Gosling in a room by himself.
Yeah, nobody else was added to the subpoena except for after.
Your Honor, may I add real quick that I am understanding, given what Gosling had told me, he was placed in an interrogation room with Mr. Mazur when Mr. Mazur had given him these documents. Nobody in command or high command or anyone else was aware of what was going on.
Do you have proof of these allegations? Because I do not remember this.
As I said, that's all I was told by my officer, Mr. Mazur.
Any objections?
I would like to say that is false, Your Honor. That doesn't sound like something I would do, and I do not recall until proven
Sustained.
otherwise.
As a lawyer, isn't that called hearsay, Mr. Mazur?
Wait.
I would just like to back off of what Tommy said, that even if you went through the track record, when I got brought into that case, I put it in fine print that I was added 2 days, 13 hours, and 26 minutes after the case. And like I said earlier, it is not our fault that he did not subpoena all officers that arrested her. That is his inaction, not us. We're not responsible for footage that is way past the time frame.
Any objections?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just like to add, like I said, Ryan Gosling is the arresting officer. He's the primary officer. All burden lies on him. These gentlemen would be amazing to help him out if they had body cam to support and defend their own. But Ryan Gosling, as the responding officer, should have been liable, and he should have told himself, hey, I need to make sure I got these bad boys saved. I have these body cams. He had them, but they were fragmented.
So, do you have any objections to the other 2 officers being on that bench?
Oh, about them standing right next to him?
Correct.
I do, Your Honor.
Under what basis?
I believe that they're being biased to protect their own, because I added Ryan Gosling when he asked for more people to be added. I added them immediately. Sure, Lieutenant Vega might not have been added within the 48 hours, but even
Lieutenant
then,
Jones.
I'm sorry, as I was Lieutenant Jones. But I showed willingness to support his claims that my client was not telling the truth. I offer them more than one chance to prove me and my client wrong, and they haven't. I asked.
What's the basis?
That he's also biased, because if you ask him how he got his client and figure out where his backstory is, this gentleman was recently kicked off a PD for injustice and malpractice.
Does
That's not me, Your Honor. I don't know who this man is talking about.
But he has a vendetta, because I have proof, evidence of this man reaching out to people. Hold on, let me.
We are discussing things directly regarding this case.
No, this is this case. This was just to build to this. His name, Jello Mazur, reached out to people fishing for evidence on PD, asking, can you get me cameras or video proof of PD talking about me so I can get them into trouble? I have picture proof of this.
Picture
All in
proof.
city, correct? Because I would never.
Is this, excuse me, is this relating to the incident and arrest of Gosling?
Depending, yes, Your Honor.
So it is directly linked to the arrest of the individual.
Any lawsuit that this lawyer is working on, yes, versus PD, yes.
How does that relate to this incident?
He's using bias on this incident to try to get fire Ryan, make him lose his badge, harassing him, pretty much using threat tactics on emails to try to have us shut up so we do not speak our point when we were representing ourselves, how we do not have a DA. He was trying to force our hand and back us down into a corner so we would be scared of him.
How does that relate to this case?
That has to do with Ryan, him trying to threaten us in the case. Because if you look at the record, I was in that looking for proof, and he kicked us out this morning when I was trying to defend myself, saying I'm defending myself. He forced his hand and kicked us out of the email thread because he thought it was fit, when he has no authority to kick out anybody. He has no DOJ power to kick anybody out of that.
I had said essentially the same thing and was left within that ticket as well, Your Honor. I don't know why my comments were okay and the others were not, but.
Okay. So I find that those things are additional to the case matter. However,
reached out to me in emails, voice chat.
Don't interrupt the judge, dude.
However, that will be taken into account, but not as it relates to the case. It's going to be taken into account for other things later. The focus, and the sole focus of this hearing is any evidence as it pertains to the allegations pertaining to the arrest. That's what we're here to discuss. So, again, you made objection as to having the two officers on that bench.
Your Honor,
And
am I allowed to add?
in just a second.
He's asking if the council has any objection against it.
I do, Your Honor. I asked that Officer Vega be removed because he just made extreme slander against me with no evidence, and I have no idea what he's stating. He's making all these false allegations with no evidence. He's trying to persuade the jury and the court to view me in a bad light, and he's just saying all these things that are untrue. I don't deem him mentally fit to be in this court case, let alone as an officer.
Objection, I have
Well,
proof.
you don't make that determination. What I'm telling myself at this point is, if there's no material contribution whatsoever in the form of body cam reproduction, then there could only be one valid reason as to why they would be required up on that bench, and that is to provide testimony. I'm gonna have.
Whoa!
What's happening?
What's going on?
Muscle spasm, relax.
That will be a charge.
I can't see anything right now.
Wow.
Okay, let's move forward then. Can she be placed in handcuffs momentarily?
Yes. No worries.
Your Honor, am I allowed to speak a few words, please?
You want to address the court in what regards?
On my case, Your Honor, I have a few things I'd like to add.
Okay, so right now what I'm trying, you'll get your opportunity to address anything you wish. However, what I'm addressing right now are claims. If it needs to be a structured system in order for me to check and cross and reach a conclusion. Right now, maybe, but hold on to that, because maybe this pertains to something you want to share. The claim that I have right here currently is, number one, that the defendant was running officers over. Right? Mazur.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a claim you made.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there any reproducible evidence whatsoever in anyone's possession to prove that the plaintiff ran over officers or caused any bodily injury to law enforcement?
Currently, Your Honor, there is none, but it did at one point exist.
Okay. That's clear now. The second claim that's being made is that for the evidence that once upon a time did exist, it was fragmented. It was not a depiction of the entirety of the incident. Is this correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that would be correct.
Okay. Do you agree with that claim, TD?
I'm sorry, do we agree with what,
Mazur?
The judge just asked if you agree that the body cam that was provided before it was destroyed or tampered with or corrupted, however, whatever happened to it, was only parts of it. It didn't show the initial start of the scene to the very end. It only showed in between.
I can't speak for the body cam that Mr. Gosling had presented to you, Mr. Mazur, but I can tell you that my body cam would have represented that because that's what my memory is. I record entire everything. I don't do little clips.
Well, you don't have the body cam.
I have deleted the entire thing, yes, sir.
When you say deleted, does that mean physical deletion?
I manually save all of my own body cam footage, Your Honor, and
Okay.
after the 48-hour period, I then delete it to save space on my body cam.
Okay, so you mean as in like trash bin digitally?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, those can still be retrieved.
No, not that kind of trash bin. Like that would have been cleared. I clear my trash bin.
Okay. Alright, that's clear for me then. The last claim made is officer negligence. Mother, how do you support, are you even able to support, the claim of officer negligence? And if so, how?
Well, your officer, when I say officer negligence, they failed to have my client be represented by an attorney. They failed to follow SOP and call for an attorney to the PD cells when she was arrested. And then they never informed her that she had the right to an attorney and if she wanted to speak to one. They read her rights and that was it. They didn't offer, hey, do you want us to get a lawyer? It's in the SOP. They have to call for a lawyer. They did not do so in the proper channels. There's no evidence in there that they did so. So my client is claiming that it was officer negligence because they didn't do their job. They just didn't do their jobs. It's
objection.
It's on the
No,
SOP.
objection.
What is the basis of the objection?
It's based of.
So, Your Honor, one thing I would like to add is he's saying that she was stripped of her rights, but you can see in the PD paperwork filed by me that under the requested a lawyer tab, it says no. And I would like to say that if I was lying about that, I would have lost my job because under the PD rules and regulations, paperwork must be filed out with complete honesty. If not, there is possible chance of strike and or job termination. So, if under any reason, why would I lie about her requesting a lawyer under the paperwork?
Okay. I'm gonna hold that objection made. Why are you objecting to his objection? Or are you rebuttaling?
I'm rebuttaling, Your Honor.
How?
So, he's saying that he's doing his job by the book by doing the report. The report can be altered at any time. It doesn't matter if it's in there or not. He could have realized his mistakes and added it in there prior. I can't confirm or deny this, but this is a plausible possibility.
Do you have evidence that that's the case?
I do not, Your Honor. Just a plausibility.
So then I'm going to overrule it.
Very well.
May I add my objection as well, Your Honor?
Yes.
I was the one that actually stated that she could have legal representation. I asked her multiple times.
Okay. So then let the record reflect that PD did what they were supposed to as representation. Correct? Is there any other way that you can prove the claim of officer negligence?
I mean, Your Honor, just besides the body cam and that paperwork that could possibly, not saying it happened, possibly changed after the fact. I mean, I think more the negligence rests on the body cam than the fact they didn't follow SOP and record everything in its entirety. I think that's extreme officer negligence.
But as it pertains to negligence, which officer specifically are you referring to?
Officer Gosling, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you have any additional claims you wish to arise, or were those the only 3 claims you have?
I do have, Your Honor. Just 1 second, let me review my notes before I speak them.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Mazur here in the case file over Zoom was nothing but, if not being an enemy, and threatened on multiple occasions to strip me of my badge, which is way out of his jurisdiction.
multiple unprofessional comments were made.
Okay, like?
Such as the officer said that this gentleman claimed that he was going to have him stripped of his duties as a police officer, and this is going to be his fifth. I do believe that was the number fifth case that he was going to win.
That sounds.
Where's these allegations? Like, you're just making allegations with no proof. Like, where are all these evidence that you're saying? Like, you're saying that I have a chip on my shoulder and I'm going after PD because I was in PD. I was never in PD.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. It seems like I have to remind several times that we're here to discuss the lady's arrest and failure to document. I think you may want to sue individually Mazur for your claims. We're not here to discuss Mazur. We're here to discuss the plaintiff and her arrest. I don't understand. I mean, is that clear? Do you understand that in a lawsuit you only discuss things pertaining to subject matter?
Your Honor,
yes,
may I read something?
Am I allowed to say anything here?
You need to seek guidance from your counselor before you address the court in anything.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes?
May I read something from the official court document?
Who's talking?
Me, I'm right next to you.
Okay.
I need your permission to do so.
You may.
Sorry, she's not in the... I think she can clearly hear you.
Okay.
She needs to
Can
get
she be
uncuffed
placed on the
again.
radio? Yeah, let me go ahead and uncuff her so she can get on radio.
Well, she's also...
As recorded in the case of Southern Sugar versus PD, and I quote, "If he lacks the evidence, I will see that he is stripped of his badge and qualified immunity and face legal actions. You are clearly lacking judgment and accountability. I will lawsuit you into the ground for the damages you have caused to my client."
Where is this?
So not allegations after all.
These are true, Your Honor. I did say these things, and that refers to the lawsuit and criminal charges that I wish to pursue the officer for negligence and corruption in his duties. These are all fair claims.
Mr. Mazur, you told me that was allegations, though, just a few moments ago, did you not?
Until they're proven, which I'm going to prove.
That was just proven that it was not allegations that you said those things.
I'm seeing where this is going. When professional behavior is witnessed in the court, any party, doesn't matter which side, can motion for contempt. And if you motion for contempt under the basis of unprofessional behavior, that's a charge the person can be charged with. But I'm not here to teach anyone how to submit motions to the court. But it sounds to me like that is where this is going. Moving forward, I don't know how you're planning on answering counsel, but I'm still waiting on any additional claims you have. If you don't have any, I can move forward to conclusion.
Yes, Your Honor. I think we should just get back to the relevance in this case. As you mentioned, where it's Southern Sugar versus PD, anything else associated with me that is like not relevant to the case, we can assume at a different later date.
So again, are there any additional claims?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to move for closing statements. Before doing so, is there any additional subject matter that anyone would like the court to acknowledge or submit?
Your Honor, I would like to to state for the court that anything that I have stated within this hearing of these proceedings are factual because I am a sworn police officer and that is my job to speak the truth. I understand anyone is capable of lying. I have nothing but my character, Your Honor. That's all I have to say.
With that said, does the plaintiff wish to engage in cross-examination, or would you like to move for closing statements?
1 second, Judge. Let me confirm my client.
You told me I'm not allowed to speak. So
Who said you're not allowed to speak? Who said you're not allowed to speak? You can answer. I'm asking you a direct question.
Your Honor, are you asking my client?
How do you go on the radio again?
It's open radio. It's channel 15.
No, like how do you use it?
Oh, whatever muscle you have it set to. I think it's alt by default.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't told to not speak. I'm very emotional, and what happened was, yeah. Just don't talk much.
That's a fantastic defense.
That's really good.
Well, if we really want to get into it, why did you guys make me get on the ground and tell me to say sorry over and over again that you would let me go and then took me to jail anyway? Why'd you guys do that?
Stop.
Objection.
Stop.
Where's
Stop.
the proof? That's hearsay.
Do you have any evidence of that claim?
No, Your Honor. It was my second day in the city.
I understand. So then it is hearsay. It doesn't exist.
Your Honor, if I may add.
What?
I was going to say this all would have been proven if the body cams were provided in accordance with state, local, federal laws.
No, that's a narrative. That's if. That also is hearsay.
May I state something about the arrest, Your Honor?
Okay.
So she was not held down and forced to say sorry. What happened was after she was apprehended, we were actually going to give her the chance to be uncuffed and let go if she apologized to Mr. Gosling for egregiously hitting him with what is considered a deadly weapon. So I stopped her. I said, I will give you the opportunity to go free if you just show this man a little bit of remorse. And that's okay. If it was a headache or something, we can chalk it up to something like that. He gave us nothing but attitude, constant non-compliance the entire time. And then after we got her out of the back of the unit, she was found to have multiple bricks of heroin on her, which is still in our evidence locker.
Well, that yes. What is the objection?
There's all these claims that she had heroin on her.
Sustained.
Sustained. They're saying no, I know, Your Honor. I'm just saying that like I said, this all came about unlawfully. This all started with the unlawful search and seizure of her and the unlawful arrest of her. So they're claiming that she had heroin on her, which allegedly might not or might be true. Is regardless that this all happened illegally. It's through the poisonous tree. They went about this all the wrong way. So anything my client allegedly may have had or not had is it doesn't matter. She was arrested legally.
It was not an illegal search and seizure. Once you're in the back of a squad car and you're under arrest and you are in handcuffs, you're then fully legally able to be searched without questions asked.
Now, my question remains, are you going to examine anyone on the bench, or are you moving to closing statement?
You asking me, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to cross-examine Officer Gosling.
Officer Gosling, please step to my left.
Approach the bench, Gosling.
Okay, Your Honor.
Sorry, I gotta let you out here.
Do I sit down, Your Honor?
Please raise your right hand for me.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling, you do solemnly swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that all answers, testimonies you are to provide this court are all true, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I swear, Your Honor.
You may be seated.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Approach the witness and cross-examination may begin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the court. I want to begin with this. I want to start from the very beginning so we can all have a clear understanding and we'll proceed along that route. Can you state your name, Mr. Officer Gosling, for the court?
I am H98, Ryan Gosling.
Awesome. And you are employed with the Neon Police Department, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
And you went through all the training with an FTO'd and got approved. Are you, could you state your rank before we begin, actually?
Could I state my what, sorry? I didn't hear you.
Your rank, are you still a cadet, or?
I am a probationary officer.
Okay, and at the time, were you a cadet or probationary officer when this arrest was made?
I was a probationary officer, Mr. Mazur.
Okay, and that means you are cleared for solo patrols, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and as previously mentioned, you went through all the required training when you were a cadet. You went through all the training, had an FTO, got your hours, did all the paperwork and the processes, right? I'm assuming?
Yes, Mr. Mazur, the files are there to prove it.
Okay, good. So, with that being said, the witness just stated that he went through all the proper training, and he knows and should know the law.
Is there a question here? Is there a question? You're interrogating somebody. Objection. Question here?
He is making a note for the record for submission of exhibit based on testimony.
Let him call us up to the stand. Let them do their thing. He can call.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I was really interrupted. Proceeding with that being said, Officer Ryan Gosling is saying that he went through all the required training, he hit the check in the boxes. He should know, because he's a solo cleared officer, to go on route and do what he needs to do. When my client was arrested, he did not have the body cam, which is a simple thing that all rookie officers...
Mazur. At the end of your direct examination, you can make a concluding statement. Would you like that was just mentioned to be admitted into any exhibit?
Yes. My cross-examination, Your Honor?
Yes. Do you have any further questions for the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. I was just going to get to that.
Sure. Please do proceed.
So with that being said, you are familiar with the SOPs and the laws, Mr. Gosling?
Yes, sir.
And with you being aware of that, are you aware that in the NPD handbook that all officers must be recording body cam? As you just previously said, you have completed the training?
Yes, sir.
And you are aware that in the NPD handbook, it says that if you are not providing body cam, whether it is not existing, it's not in its entirety, that you may face disciplinary actions. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Your Honor, let the record show that that the officer understands the handbook and there should be no misunderstanding when it comes to the body cams, which we will discuss later on.
And that exhibit has been accepted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Officer Ryan Gosling, how long have you been with the NPD?
As of today, about 8 days.
10 days, okay, great.
I said 8, sir.
Oh, my apologies, I misheard you. You said 8 days?
8 days, sir, to this day, yes.
Okay. And who has mainly been your FTO? Can you name me any of your FTOs?
The man standing right behind you in the black, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. Let the record show that Mr. Jones, also a witness in this case, is present and an FTO to the officer in question.
Accepted.
With that being said, was there any other officer that had trained you prior to that scene occurring, that was on scene? Or was it just Mr. Jones?
For the most part, it was Mr. Jones, but there was 1 or 2 more.
Okay. There was 1 or 2 more. And you do not know exactly?
Well, no, I know. It was definitely 1 or 2 more.
But you don't know the exact amount and you don't know their names?
I do know their names.
Could you state them?
I can indeed. It would be Mr. Fade Morrison in the back behind you, also in the stands.
Thank you.
And I've spent quite some time with VV back there, who is also in the stands as well. And there was also Mrs. Zoe.
Okay, thank you. Let the record show that the officers in question that were all on scene are also present in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Reflected.
Okay. 1 second, Your Honor. Let me review some more of my notes, please. 1 second.
Judge, let the record state that myself, Zoe, and Fade was not at the scene during that time. We was FTOs for Ryan Gosling within his time of his cadet phase, but we was not at that current situation.
Thank you.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Let the record show that when I questioned Mr. Gosling, who was on scene, that he had mentioned those officers specifically, which VV Don just said that he was not a part of that scene. You heard that too, correctly, Judge?
I was not a part of that scene.
No, he mentioned that. As to an answer to your question, who were your FTOs? Then you asked, were there any additional FTOs that provided you with training? And he said, Jones being the primary one, Fade Morrison, Billy Dawn, and Zoe.
1 second, Your Honor. If I can have just 10 seconds to review my body cam. If I recall correctly, I had
Go
asked
ahead.
the officer.
Go ahead.
I had asked the officer if any of his FTOs were on the scene, to which he said their names. Let me review 1 second.
No, but okay. Go ahead and do verify. That's not what the court heard.
Hey, Your Honor, can I get a bottle of water?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
reaching at this point.
May I answer the question properly for you, Your Honor? Since I think I understand what the question was.
Well, the only person that can answer is Officer Gosling at this moment. Does anybody have, by chance, something to drink or something to eat?
I got something.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Speaking of which, yeah, I need some.
Yes.
After reviewing my body cam footage, I was in fact correct. I had asked Officer Gosling if any of his FTOs were also on that scene, to which he stated Vivi Don and the other officer as well. I do have body cam of that footage.
That is false. I told you it was Tommy.
Well, I well, the body cam, I can show you the body cam just in a few moments. Just give me 1 second.
I think you misunderstood.
Thank you.
Mr. Mazur.
Could you,
Okay.
I need some food.
Let's go ahead and have this encounter. Officer
Your Honor,
Gosling.
I don't mean to interrupt. I need food and water.
Okay.
The court wants, I can just go to the food shop real quick, get some food for everyone.
I can go get some standby.
Thank you.
I got it right here.
Thank you, Zoe.
Your Honor, I will be uploading the body cam of Mr. Gosling answering my question, to which
Go
he
ahead.
stated there were additional FTOs in
Go
the Zoom DOJ. That being said, Judge, if I may continue.
Just a second. Officer Gosling,
Yes, Your Honor.
do you recall the line of questioning from Attorney Mazur?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Do you recall the last question he asked you?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. Mazur, would you re-ask the question?
Yes, Your Honor. Are you asking about when I had asked the officer when who the FTOs were on scene?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to re-ask him, Your Honor?
Please.
I had asked you, Officer Gosling, that if any of your FTOs who had trained you were on that scene, to which you had responded with multiple officers' names, which I will be uploading into the courtroom Zoom shortly.
Mr. Mazur, if I must, if you want to give me a minute to go through the case file like you've done multiple times throughout this hearing.
Of course.
You have asked me who was on scene, and I replied with Mr. Vega there right next to Mr. Jones. It was me, Mr. Vega, and Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones was the commanding officer on the scene. At the time, I was a probationary officer, so technically I did not need an FTO, but Mr. Jones was the high commanding officer in the scene. So
Thank
an
you for that.
FTO should ideally be irrelevant to this scenario, as I did not need one.
Your Honor, I asked for a 5-minute recess so you can review the body cam footage that I asked.
Okay. Okay, the court is now in recess for review.
Wait, Your Honor, am I allowed to get up?
No. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's what recess is, brother.
He did in fact say on scene with training.
Okay. Is this a sidebar? Jello, can you please come to the jury room? Jello!
Jello, can you please report to the jury's room?
Hello, you there?
You have been asked to
Dude,
come
Durian is
to
fucking all this shit up,
listen.
bro.
Listen.
Oh, I think my Discord's muted. Hold on.
You need to come
One
to the
second.
jury
Hello?
room. Jury room.
Me and you?
Come to the jury room.
The DOJ chat?
I cannot have you contact me through any means. Are you listening to me? Okay. Mazur?
Oh, wait, Judge.
Still waiting on you. Thank you. Mazur, you cannot contact me through any means that are not ICILI.
Yes.
Okay, because I have to record each and every single court trial. And once that is published, it doesn't look good. You understand?
Yeah. No, I just had a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna let you know that I put the body cam in the chat.
Oh, that's what you were calling for?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look. Let's see. How long is it?
I think it's like a minute something. Let me check.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I see it. All right, I'm listening to it.
With that being said, was there any other officer that had trained you prior to that scene occurring that was on scene? Or was it just Mr. Jones?
Okay.
That scene occurring prior to... With that being said, was there any other officer that had trained you prior to that scene occurring?
Any officer that had trained you prior to that scene occurring? That was on scene. Okay. That was a compounded question.
I'd also like to add you can actually hear Ryan Gosling's questions, which could be creating a narrative.
What do you mean?
You cannot hear Ryan Gosling's answers in the video.
Right.
If you only take his questions into consideration, it's creating narrative for the court.
Sure.
Or was it just Mr. Jones?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't hear it. Okay. Very well. Let's then return. Court is in session.
Yeah. Your Honor, do I have to come back up to the stand?
You do.
What'd you say, Your Honor?
You do.
Okay.
All right.
No, you're good.
After.
Silence in the courtroom.
No, you're good.
After further review and a sidebar, it appears that the submitted recording can only appreciate the voice of the attorney and not the answers from the witness. I am going to have to consult my own record now, which will confirm all of this. I just need literally 2 minutes. No need for adjournment. But nothing can be uttered while the record is off. We're going off record for 2 minutes and automatically resuming and subsequently concluding to closing statements and deliberation. The record is now